The average cost of gas here in Indiana remains steady, but still at a record high. Gas Buddy reports the average in the state is $4.26 a gallon. That's up more than 46 cents from last week and 90 cents higher than last month. ITMate is asking the same question as you. What's driving that high price?
ITMate's Richard Essex talked with the CEO of the only Indiana-owned and operated refinery to get some answers.
The big question that everybody has right now, why is gasoline so expensive?
Gasoline is so expensive and is primarily driven by the price of crude oil. So crude oil makes up over 50% of the price of gasoline. And so with what's going on the world stage with Russia going into Ukraine, and actually the whole world seems to be isolating Russia and not buying their crude oil. I know we just banned it the other day. With that supply going off the market, everybody is still trying to secure the oil for their needs, and it's bidding up the price.
How much Russian oil was actually getting into the Midwest?
It was very small in the Midwest. I think when I looked at the numbers here the other day, the majority of Russian crude was coming into the East Coast, Gulf Coast, and the West Coast.
So the chance of somebody driving around right now with gasoline they bought 2 weeks ago or a week ago of it being Russian oil is almost zero.
It's probably zero in Indiana for sure.
But when you take that oil off the market, then it, of course, brings everything else up. Is that what's happening right now?
So what's happening is that they still have the demand, and so they're looking for alternative sources of crude, and they have to outbid the other guy to be able to meet their demand, and that's what's driving prices up.
When you are looking at gasoline prices, it's $4.25, let's say. How much of that is refinery and getting the product ready for market?
About 55% of that is just the price of crude oil, okay? And then refining is about 15% of the cost, and part of that refining is manufacturing at our facility, and then also compliance with our renewable fuels obligation, which renewable fuels obligation can add 10 to 20 cents, and then distribution and marketing is about 20% to 20 to 22%, and then it's taxes. In Indiana, there's a per gallon tax. There's also a 7% sales tax that gets adjusted every month, and then also on diesel, it's a per gallon tax on diesel, and then the federal taxes are per gallon as well. So when I looked at that yesterday, and right now gasoline tax in Indiana, if you add federal plus the state tax is about 68 cents a gallon, and diesel is about 77 cents a gallon. So it's not a small piece of the pie.
Looking down the road, let's say October, are we going to be higher or are we going to be lower?
Even before Russia went into Ukraine, we were on a track that gasoline prices were going to start to increase, and crude oil was starting to increase. And part of that is because there hasn't been as much investment in the oil and gas space over the last couple of years. And so to continue to grow crude oil production, you have to invest.
Fascinating interview.
Very. Mm-hmm. You don't often get to see that side of things.
Right. If you want to see more of it, go to wishtv.com.